Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have here the newly launched 2023 Toyota Innova Zenix. The model I'm going to review, this is the petrol variant. The new Innova Zenix in Malaysia comes with two specs. Both are the highest spec of the Innova that you can get in Malaysia. But the only differences is between the engine choices. One is between a 2-liter dynamic force naturally aspirated without the hybrid system. Another one is the more expensive variant is the one with the hybrid. So the price of the normal petrol variant is priced at around 165,000 ringgit Malaysia without insurance. The hybrid variant is around 202,000 ringgit Malaysia. But so far the showroom only have the petrol variant right here, so I'm just going to make a walk around video of the petrol variant. The hybrid, maybe in the future I will make a review of it. So now let's check out the engine bay first. So for the engine bay, there are no hydraulic struts, alright? It's only manually open with the stick right here. It's quite heavy, so you might need to use two hands to actually operate it. So this is a set of 2-liter dynamic force naturally aspirated engine paired to a 10-speed CVT gearbox. Alright, so this is a familiar powertrain you can find in the Toyota Harrier. Alright, so that's the ECU right there, and these are the battery. Right, it's the wet type battery, it's not the dry type. Right, so as you can see the engine bay, the engine doesn't have an engine cover, and as you can see the cabin space of the engine bay is actually very spacious. So for the future maintenance, it will be much more easier. As you can see there, you have some sound dampening to improve the sound insulation of the engine bay. And here is a spongy type, so it actually insulates the sound coming up from the engine. Alright, the 2-liter dynamic force petrol engine offers a better power compared to the previous 2-liter engine you found in the usual Toyota vehicles. And the CVT also provides a better acceleration because it comes with 10 speed. So during high speed cruising, it will be much more effortless. So now let's close it. Okay, quite loud. Alright, so now let's check out the exterior of the car. So the all-new Innova has been heavily redesigned, and it's an all-new Innova Zenix because it comes with a new platform. It sits in the TNGA-C platform. So what car is using a TNGA-C platform? It's a Corolla Altis sedan and the Corolla Cross. So these cars are CBU from Indonesia, so there are no plans for CKD from UMW Toyota Malaysia just yet. So the Innova Zenix you only get in the imported form. So that justifies why the prices are more than what it should be, more expensive than the Proton X90. So the competitor of the Innova Zenix is actually the Mazda CX-8 from Japan, the Volkswagen Tiguan Allspace from Germany, the Proton X90 from our local Malaysia, as well as the Innova Zenix. So one surprising fact is, although the new Innova Zenix is already launched, the previous gen Innova, which is come with a leather frame platform, still on sale. That is priced below 150,000 ringgit for those who are looking for a 7-seater MPV. That is also another alternative choice. Alright, so now let's bring you around the car and see the exterior. The car is bigger than what I expected. From pictures, it doesn't look as big, but in person it actually looks bigger. And it's actually taller than Estima, it's also a bit more wider. So let's start from the exterior, start from the headlights. So the headlights design also carry over from the previous Innova. You can see the shadow of the old Innova. The headlights are finished in LED reflector instead of projectors, alright? So the daytime running light is actually mounted down here instead in the headlight cluster. So let me open the lights and show you. So this is how it looks when the lights are on. Alright, the signal is mounted down here, and these are the fog lights. So if you don't look at the upper part, this down part actually similar to the Corolla Cross. So there are some family design going on. And this grille right here looks very big. Alright. Slick and bold trapezium design with some patterning. These are painted, they are not matte black, alright. As you can see, inside you can see the horn. There are actually 2 horns in the Innova Zenix instead of 1 in the Vios or any other Toyota, lower end Toyota models. Down here you still get some intakes, but mind you, this doesn't have a vent, so you need to take extra care when you drive fast, whether there are rocks flying into radiator. So there are some design details at the side to make the car look more rugged. There's a front parking sensors. So the new Innova comes with a new Toyota Safety Sense 3.0. So this is the more advanced system than the one in the Camry, the Corolla Cross, the Corolla Sedan, as well as the Toyota Vios. Right, this is totally a upgraded version of the Toyota Safety Sense. Alright, there's the front camera, and this comes with a radar. Alright, which means this has the adaptive cruise control system. So for the side, you get some anti-scratch material, and the rims right here is finished in 80-inch. It's a metal finishing. It's not a dual tone. It's finished in 225/50 R18. Front and rear using the same size, but the offset is a bit to the inner side. Alright. Usual modern cars, all the wheels are offset to the inside. If you want to let this car looks even better, you can actually modify a wider inch rim. Alright. So here you get a keyless entry for both front doors with chrome finishing. The side mirrors are the similar ones you found in the Hilux. 360-degree camera, side cameras. So this is the side profile of the Innova Zenix. So you'll notice the rear door is actually longer and bigger than the front door because they need to give easy access for the third row passenger. So the doors are making a little bit more wider to ease the ingress and egress. So the ride height of this car is significantly lower than the previous Innova, but it's still quite tall, so it's considered an SUV and MPV crossover. There are no side step right here, and the doors didn't wrap around until the underbodies. Alright. So for the rear, you get rear disc brakes, and the suspension I just mentioned are using torsion beam. The Proton X90 has a multi-link setup, so there are some difference between the suspension system. There are no roof rack in the Innova Zenix, alright, but you still get a visors right here. I think this came with the car. Chrome strip around the window lines, right? The doors, the ratio of the doors and the windows, the doors is a bit more higher design. So it gives a passenger and the driver a more secure feel and more privacy because the windows isn't that tall, alright? So that's the previous Innova, as you can see. Looks very long, alright, but it's a bit more, not too wide compared to the new Zenix right here. So it actually improves the interior space, which I will show you later. So the taillights right here is finished in LED bars. Alright, similar look to the Toyota Corolla Cross. And there's a rear fog light which doesn't present in the Indonesian market. It's Innova Zenix. There's some diffuser kind of design. They are not painted, they are finished in matte black. So this comes with the electronic power tailgate for both variants. So now let's check out the interior of this Innova Zenix. So first thing you notice, the seat adjustment. For the Indonesian market, even though you get higher spec with the hybrid, doesn't come with electronic adjustment seat, but for the Malaysian markets, BMW very generously gave you the electronic adjustment seat for the driver's side only. Again, 8-way adjustable. So this is a plus point because if you don't get this, Malaysian gonna complain why for 150,000 1000 above car doesn't come with electronic adjustment seat. So the seat upholstery are all finished in leather. These are the more higher grade leather than the Corolla Cross. This justifies the price. And the step is a bit tall, so you need to step a bit to get inside the car. There are no grip handle like you would in the Hilux or the Fortuner, because this is an MPV. So let's close the door. Considerable, solid. Alright. So now, let's check out the overall interior look of the car. So let me switch the position to a more backward so that you can see the interior more throughoutly. So these are the interior look of the all-new Toyota Innova Zenix. Right, as expected from Toyota, the design isn't too groundbreaking, but it's the interior that after you look for a long time, after 5 or 6 years, this is still not too outdated, although compared to the Proton X90, this interior is nowhere as modern as that. But Toyota always know what they are doing. They are doing a reliable, ergonomic, usable function. All the things are placed where it should be. Alright? So let's go through the doors first, alright? Comes with a soft touch plastic. It's not finished in leather. Full doors are not wrapped in leather as you would in the Proton X90, alright? That's also due to cost. There are white stitchings to make the interior look more interesting. Some silver matte finishing. This you can put your phone because they are not pass-through, so when you put your thing, it won't drop suddenly to the cup holders down here. Alright? This part are in rather soft touch, alright? Not very plush, but it's still soft touch. As you expect, all 4 windows in the Innova Zenix are fully automatic with folding side mirrors, alright? Just to adjust your side mirrors. Door lock and unlock. These are the auto high beams. Headlight leveling, these are front parking sensors. This is to operate the power tailgate. The beep sound you hear is the power tailgate sound, alright? A bit too noisy in my opinion. So to close it, you can just press the buttons right here. These are the 360-degree camera. You can activate it manually or by pulling into reverse. You can select the view of the 360-degree camera. Alright, this part, soft touch. These are the aircon vents, alright? This part are in hard plastic, alright? Some cost optimization going on. But these are the solid type hard plastic because when you knock it, inside you can feel there's substance instead of hollow, alright? You can still feel the solidness to the hard plastic. Alright, total this car got 6 airbags instead of 7 in the previous Innova because it loses the knee airbag right here, alright? The new Innova doesn't come with a knee airbags for the driver's side. As for the meter cluster, it's the half digital, half analog type, alright? Similar ones you found in the Toyota Corolla Cross or the Corolla Altis sedan. Now I cannot start the car, I cannot show you the meter, alright? So I will insert a pic later on. So the steering, tilt, telescopic, alright? For higher-end Toyota cars, they will always come with tilt and telescopic. And this leather quality is similar to the Toyota Camry or the Toyota Harrier. This steering wheel design is carried over from the Japan JDM, the Toyota Voxy. Alright, it's the new steering wheel design which you do not find with any Toyota car model in Malaysia just yet. So these are the adaptive cruise control button and there are more additional buttons, alright, compared to the other Toyota model, alright. These are the speed limiter, lane keep assist, alright, cruise controls. These are to adjust between the 10.1-inch touchscreen head unit, supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, alright. So this screen is the floating type, it's no more the television like the Corolla Cross. This is some plus point, alright. And you do get pedal shifter because this car comes with 10-speed CVT, right? So you can actually press the plus for 10 times until the maximum gears. So the cruising RPM of this car would be a nice one, alright? I think it's around 2000 to 3000 RPM. It's around that, alright? This part, no wrap in leather, alright? No complaints about it. These are the center console. It sort of looks like a fountain type design. As you can see, it's very slanted. And this already throw away what the old Innova looks. This is the totally family car look design. Alright. The aircon vents right here, decently solid. Alright. The hazard is mounted on the center, and you do get physical button for the touchscreen, which is nice. And these are your aircon control. You only get dual zone, alright. Front is single zone. There's an individual zone for the rear, which I will show you later. Alright, but I do feel these buttons are a bit too small for hand to press. If they make it slightly bigger, it will be more easier to press, alright. But I do get automatic mode, off, front and rear defrost, recirculation, air conditioning. Alright. And finally, you get electronic parking brake instead of the foot operated ones you found in the previous Innova or even the Corolla Cross. Alright, now it's 2023. There's no point for you to not give you the electronic parking brake where the Alza already comes with it for less than 100,000 ringgit. Alright, brake hold, eco mode, traction control off, and this comes with a manual mode. Alright, gloss black finishing, otherwise known as dust collectors, so you need to clean it up regularly. Alright, because it will leave some scratches and dust. Some silver design to make it look more interesting. This part have a soft touch plastic stitching. This is not fake stitching anymore, it's a real stitching. This you get a compartment together with the 12-volt socket, and there's an ambient light down here when you start the car. Alright, the glove box deep down slowly, very huge in my opinion. And that's the RFID, because now Toyota give you two things for free: the dash cam, the front, as well as the RFID. So how are you gonna register the RFID? By using the sticker mounted at the drawer. Alright, I suppose all Innova Zenix RFID registration sticker will be put in the glove box right here. Alright, this is the seat design looks like. Quite comfy, and these seats are the full length, full size seat. Alright, so you can sit comfortably for long journey trips. This part I get a USB type C and a USB normal type, and these are two cup holders. They are very deep, you can put a lot of things here. Alright, the armrests right here are also in a very ergonomic position, and you open only through the driver's side. As you can see, it's something similar to the Alphard, the console box, but Alphard you can open for both sides, but for the Zenix you only can open from the driver's side. These are the very aftermarket wireless charging. Alright, in the Indonesian market, it actually comes with a Qi wireless charging. Same level of specs as the Camry, but for the Zenix, maybe due to cost, they only can give you this. But you still can charge your phone right here. Alright, wireless charger. You slot inside, it will automatic charge. The seatbelt can adjust the position. Alright, the headliner is finished in cream. These are the light. No China white right here. It's a yellow halogen, but it's fine. This is to turn off the interior alarm. You get two sun visor with a vanity mirror with a light. Okay, standard features, grip handle, and these are the microphones. Alright, so what do you think about the interior of the Zenix? Alright, I wouldn't say it's very bad looking, but it's just a bit conventional for my likings. Right, I think most elderly person would like this interior because the Proton X90 interior is slightly too complicated for them. Alright, but I would expect they make some compartment down here, because here is completely blocked out. Alright, maybe due to there's a mechanical shifter, so then they cannot utilize the space right here. But if you come with the electronic gear shifter like the X90, maybe here they can free up some space to make some compartment. Alright, Innova Zenix carpets. So now let's get inside the second row. So let me adjust to my seating position. Retractable cup holder for both sides. So to get to the second row seat is very easy, because as you can see, this part right here are meant for you to step in. Alright, so for the petrol variant, it's only an 8-seater configuration, whereas for the hybrid, it's the captain seat type. Alright, so now let's get inside the car. So this lever is to adjust the position. This lever is to give you access to the third row seat. These doors are quite heavy to close compared to the front. So now let me adjust the position first. Alright, so for the rear, for the previous Innova, if you sit the second row, you can immediately notice the second row seat is taller than the front seat. But this due to the monocoque chassis. All the passengers are sit in the almost same position. So the legroom of the Innova Zenix is surprisingly very big compared to the Proton X90. And the floor are fully flat because this is a front wheel drive car. So you can sit 8 people in the car more comfortably. Alright? Because this is not a hybrid variant, so it doesn't come with a panoramic sunroof, but you do get ambient lighting. Right? You get some Alphard feelings right here. You get some interior light and individual aircon vent, which is good. Alright. So here's to adjust the aircon vents. As I mentioned, these are the dual zone. Front one zone, the rear is one zone. Here you can press to adjust the brightness of the ambient light. It comes out gradually, so it looks very elegant. Automatic modes, fan speed, 2 USB-C, alright, very modern stuff. Seat pocket with a 3 kg hook, the Malaysian teh tarik hook. Alright, but there are some cost optimization going on. In the second row is the door right here. At the front, soft touch. At the rear, hard plastic, alright. And this part are no longer finished in silver, alright. But this part still wrapped in leather, so it's not too bad. And you can rest your arms right here very comfortably. It's wide enough, right? The cup holders down here are a bit shallow, but it's fine. And the center armrest right here, there's something I'm going to talk about it. Because in the usual Toyota cars like the Corolla Cross or the Corolla Altis, alright, the armrest actually locks in the position, but in the Zenix, it drops, alright. So there's angle that's slanted down. So I will appreciate if this one is locked slightly upwards so that your left hand and the right hand will be rest in the same position. It will be more impressive. But this issue will be solved if you get a hybrid variant, because the captain seat armrest is the taller type, alright. And at the middle for the 7-seater, the hybrid variant, there's a tray like the Toyota Alpha or Estima to put your cup and some stuff. Alright. So yeah, let's get to the third row seat. But before that, let's show you the boot first, because the seats are folded. Alright. So to pop open the boot, you can press a lever right here or by the button inside. In the Indonesian market, there is a function whereby I can use the voice to actually open the power boot. Sadly, that's not the case in Malaysian market. Alright. So, like you would in most Toyota car, it will give you this tray, right? It's the anti-scratch tray, alright? You can open the light individually by here, or there's no light right here, alright? And the grip handle in the third row is actually fixed instead of retractable type. So when you fold out, the third row seat is flat. So you can pull up the seat like this, and to adjust the back position, you can pull this lever right here. It can be into this position, which are very comfortable. You can imagine yourself in the Estima or the Alphard, alright, by sitting at that position just now. Like most third row SUV, it doesn't come with a tonneau cover, alright, remind you. So you might need to have a darker tint so that your belongings won't be seen by the public. Alright, since I already raised the seat right here, let me just show you the position of it. I will get from the left side of the doors. So the doors opening are not 90 degrees, but it's wide enough because the doors are very big. To get inside the third row, just simply pull this lever and the seat will move forward. Right? As you can see, the rails actually ends right here. So your legs actually have minimum space to put. You can put at the middles only. So you can very easily get back right here. Right, so this is the generous position that the middle row passenger can get. Alright, so for the third row, quite alright, but the headroom is rather limited in my opinion. But it's nowhere as cramped as the X90. Alright, I get about 1/5 of headroom. Alright, You get the individual aircon vents for the third row seat as well. Alright, pretty generous. And there are 12-volt socket at the left. Some space to put your phones. One deep, one shallow cup holders. This is to fix your seat belts, alright, so that it won't make noise. Alright. And the third quarter window isn't that small, so it won't feel claustrophobic. And I will enjoy myself sitting at the third row because the seat base right here is not as low as most 7-seater SUV like the Mazda CX-8 or the Volkswagen Tiguan or Space. So it actually gets adequate amount of comfort and thigh supports, which is good, alright? So these are the plus points when you make a MPV into a monocoque chassis instead of leather frame. Alright, now let's get to the front. There are no levers, alright, like the one in the Wheelfire or Alphard, alright? But you must always remember this is not an expensive MPV, alright? So to get down very easy because Toyota actually makes an effort to make this thing longer so you can put your foot here, get down easily. So what do you think about the all-new Toyota Innova Zenix? Do let me know in the comment section below. So X90 or the Innova Zenix, it all depends on your preference. If you want something that's reliable, less headache over a long term, because this is a very considered basic powertrain, but it still gives you enough power to ferry 7 people in the car. Alright? So this ends my walk around video of the all new Toyota Innova Zenix. Right, be sure to subscribe, like and share my videos if you like my walk around series, and I would like to thank Laser Motor Toyota Seremban 4S for letting me feature this car. You can come over here to look for the Innova Zenix if you are interested in the Zenix or any other Toyota models. So that's all for me. Cheers.